Alright, what's going on today, guys? We're going to be doing something pretty cool today. I've already gotten started because I didn't know how well it was going to work out. But so a while ago, had a idea with Jensen about doing some checkered print on the roof of her car, just to kind of add a little flair to it. Wasn't sure if we wanted to do purple and white or black and white. But it ended up deciding that purple was the move, and so we have had a little bit of a Louis Vuitton thing going on the car for a while now, just a little something. Jensen loves Louis Vuitton. We got her a Louis Vuitton bag a few months back, so that's always been kind of one of her things. So as you can see, this banner needs to be redone really bad, but we've got that little Louis Vuitton there, and then on the back, on the tail lights, we did this a while ago. As you can see, some of the stickers are peeling. So actually, a subscriber suggested that we do a Louis Vuitton pattern on the roof. And I was like, damn, that sounds like a pretty cool idea. So what I ended up doing was I incorporated the Louis Vuitton and the checkered, and I wanted to make sure that this was gonna work before I started filming, because we have a lot of different curves on the roof. But as you guys can tell, we've already gotten started on it, and I will just let you know that not everything's gonna be perfect. Like stuff like this one's not centered because we have a curve this way and we have a curve this way. So I wanted to basically get the whole front done, the main piece that you're gonna see, and try and get it as close as I could before I start working my way back. And I'm kind of worried about where I'm gonna be at as I follow this line down. I'm afraid that the pattern back there is gonna be off a little bit, but we're gonna try our best to make it happen. It's already looking pretty freaking cool, as you guys can tell. And basically, I've just done a few rows. I've cut a few rows of vinyl out, and I'm basically using tape to keep my alignment correct. So I'm using this for my transfer, and I'm basically just stringing it across, and then I'm trying to follow the right contour. So pretty much started right in the middle with this one here, and then I did this full line to get it about straight, and I measured it. They both end up like right at the end of this pillar right here. So as far as from side to side, it should be about the same going back. Now I'm just gonna have to try and finesse how well I'm gonna match up when I go to come back here. So hopefully I won't have to do any kind of like mix matching or like throwing off the pattern. But so far our checkers, like some of these aren't exactly perfect, but for the most part they're pretty darn close, and my line from side to side is pretty much dead on. So I'm just going to continue the front and then hopefully just work my way back on the sides, and hopefully keep my fingers crossed that we will actually be able to match everything up and make it look good back there. So I guess stay tuned and find out what she looks like. So I've got the front all squared away. As you can see, I've got a lot of scrap pieces up here because I might be able to use those to fill in these just up to the glass. And I've got it all mapped out on my computer here, which is what design I'm following. So as you can see, as we go up, I've got mapped out for the sides. That way I don't repeat too many of the same symbols or whatever you want to call them. So I've already got this other side cut out here, and that I'm gonna follow this going back down the driver's side just to see what I can do for the rest of the middle up there. So I'm getting ready to start with that and see what we're looking like. So now I'm just gonna continue this on pretty much all the way back, and it looks like our design is gonna be pretty straight, hopefully. So we'll see how it goes. But now that I've got this, my design isn't really set for this, so I can use all these pieces to kind of see what I can do to finish up to the window there. And then obviously these three are going to get cut off as we go down, but that'll fill my whole gap, so I won't have to do any guessing like this. Just being transparent with you guys, just to show you that not everything that I think of or do just, automatically goes how I plan it to. So I'm, just trying to work my way down the sides, and realized I got too ahead of myself and just was trying to get coverage. And as you can see right here, you can see how this line is kind of like back and forth. It doesn't look as bad on camera, but we're not following the right trend. So I was still doing the same, where I was doing one line here, and just kept following it. Well, I didn't really think about how easily it could get crooked. So it looks a lot worse in person than it does. There you go. You can see it a little better how it goes back and forth like that. So I figured out what I need to do is actually run a tape line to try and keep everything straight on this side. So as you can see, from where it starts here at the front, I'm kind of just making my own line going back. No, it's not going to be straight with the contours of the roof or anything like that, but that's not really what it's meant to do. I'm just trying to keep everything straight. So then basically for this side, I'm just going to use the middle line where the tape is and try and follow that straight. And then I'm gonna have to take probably about 3 or 4 rows off of that side. That way I can get everything straight again. And it's looking like the way it is, it's probably gonna be difficult on the back there, but let's just hope that we can figure something out. But like I said, not everything just goes as planned, and I wanted to show you guys that real quick because we're gonna have to do a little bit of thinking about how we're gonna keep that straight, which I got it straight, but see what happens.
Oh, sorry.
Again, I know it's kind of hard to see on camera, but compared to the other side, this side is going much better with my tape line here. I'm trying to get a better shot for you guys. Yeah, so definitely looking a lot straighter and just more uniform. So now we've got a decent chunk done, and it's looking so sick. Super excited. I'll get this side probably finished, and then I'm gonna try and do some kind of time lapse for you guys on the other side, just because normally it looks kind of satisfying. It's just on the edge of the roof, it's kind of hard to set up, but I will try and get that for you guys. But just a little update. It's going better on this side. So now we've got the middle row and the very outside row all done. It's looking pretty good. Before I can remove my tape though, to get the furthest inside points done, I'm going to measure, or I already did measure, basically the furthest point before the curve with where the tape's at. That way I know from side to side they're the same. So this spot right here is where I'm measuring, and I've got it marked here. So when I lay my tape from the very front piece that's already on, I'm gonna stretch it all the way back to here, make sure I've got a nice straight line. That way at least my side to side on the side panels are good. And then that's where hopefully the back image or all of the grid lines up correctly. That way I don't have to do any thinking and figuring out, but I'm thinking that it's probably going to be that way. The odds of a square design matching up perfectly on a rounded roof is very unlikely, but we will see when we get there. Making real good progress. Continued on this side. As you guys could see, I kind of had to, you know, do some stuff here and there. And sorry if you guys made it to this far in the video. It's kind of shocking, I know, when I go from having facial hair to not having facial hair. But as you guys can see, this design is very finicky, and especially with it being the curve on the roof. You guys can probably tell there I had to cut the tape and kind of move each square to make sure everything lined up. And like I said, it's not exactly perfect, but I'm just trying to get it as close as I can. And the main thing is just following the line to make it straight, so they're not like one's not this way, others this way, and it's like zigzagged. So sometimes the spacing isn't exact, but all the squares should be the same size. So when I cut it and move it, I'm just kind of trying to fill the gap in between here so that there's not a space in between the square here and there. But it's not gonna be perfect, but you guys get a little taste there of what that's like. And I'll probably do some more time lapsing, but just to kind of fill you guys in on that. And yeah, we're making progress still. All right, we're caught up on both sides now. Everything looks pretty good. And as you can see, based on the gapping here, it looks like I measured right. So we should at least be on the same like depth. Now it's just gonna be if the spacing lines up. Sorry, I know it's kind of weird on the computer, but this right here is 26 inches, which is what I need left. These are the ends of where the designs are per side, and we're just barely wider here. So everything actually measured out pretty close, and I should be able to make it look really close. So we'll see how it works. All right, she is all done. Okay, so the only thing that I have to deal with, which I'm not too mad about, is we have a little bit of duplication right here, but it's really not that bad. It still looks clean. It all flows. I'm very excited with how it came out. Jensen said that she likes it very well. There we go. So for now, I'm probably going to just leave the wing undone because that's kind of asking for some stuff, I think. It might mess with the design. I don't think it looks bad this way because the roof splits. It's not like I just ended it and there's no body line. If anything, I can maybe see doing it under there because it's the same like thing, but I really don't know. I don't think that would be really hard to do. I think it looks okay like this. So we'll see what Jensen thinks. If she wants me to try and do it, I will. We might end up doing the same kind of theme on the mirrors, maybe. Those are super hard because of how contoured they are. They're very curved mirror caps. So yeah, there we go. All done with that. Super happy with how it turned out. I can't believe that out of all of those, placing those basically individually, I only had that little bit of gapping. That was a mishap on the rear, and everything still lined up. So I really can't complain at all. And yeah, I'm super stoked. So I hope you guys enjoyed this little print design thing, and yeah, let me know if you guys want to see anything else or have any more ideas. We're pretty much like full on Jan here. We don't really have anything else that we can do to her besides like the mirrors. We're gonna be getting a new windshield because of this crack and probably redoing the banner, but I don't know if I want to do any kind of Louis Vuitton on that, just because I think it would kind of clash if we had the same design, and it would have to be a lot smaller, obviously, because of the letters like this is. So I think we're going to be doing taillights soon, and we'll probably get rid of the design on that. Maybe we will. Maybe we will continue on the design on the taillights. I think that could look pretty cool. But like I said, super stoked. Jensen's really happy. So there we have it. Hope you guys enjoyed, and we will see you in the next video.